This is either going to put you to sleep or it's going to get you to sleep. There's no prizes in guessing what I'm here to talk about today. Sleep. I'm not giving you scientific facts here. I'm just telling you what actually works from my own personal real life experience. And as a person who invested in Whoop initially to sleep better, over the last 4 years, I've got better and better at it, and I've understood the patterns and habits that have had a major impact on the sleep that I get. And I'm going to walk you through how to try and sleep better. If you are a person that feels like you're not sleeping well enough, you lack the quality of your sleep, or potentially you're just always feeling tired, but you don't sleep enough. So, a good night's sleep starts the night before, right? That is right, the night before. What I mean by that is get to your bed at a decent time, alright? Boring as anything, cool, no bother, right? Whatever's on the telly isn't cheering you up that much, so stop watching it and improve your life, and you'll feel much better about the life that you actually live, rather than watching other enjoying life that they've got on the telly. Get to your bed at a decent time. Now, I'm not saying that's going to give you a good sleep that night, alright? But it's all in preparation and trying to put the habits together that's going to get you sleeping better. We want to then get up at a decent time. That might sound obvious, but it doesn't appear to be obvious. Ideally, you want to get up before the sun gets up. What I do in the morning is scribble down my personal tasks that I need done, my work tasks that I need done, anything that I want to avoid, 3 things that I'm grateful for, a win for yesterday, and I'll fire down how I feel, what thoughts are in my head, but I'm just starting my day. While I'm doing that, I'm drinking a pint of water, but in actual fact, what I actually do is I will have, this is a litre bottle of water, I take that to my bed. When I wake up in the morning, I start drinking it straight away. It just starts rehydrating my body, and I genuinely feel like throughout the day, my body's looking then to be hydrated because it knows that we're continuously hydrating rather than holding on to as much water as possible because we are normally dehydrated. I think I heard some crazy stat that 93% of the people in the UK will be in a state of dehydration throughout their whole life. Whole life dehydrated. That's wild. So, hydrate. What I like to do is do a bit of mindfulness, and that's my mindfulness. I'm no mad on meditation every single day. I'll try and do it from time to time. I'll maybe get 1 or 2 in per week at this moment in time just because I'm busy. But for me, that's a bit of mindfulness. If I'm not going to the gym, which I train 3 days a week just now, if I'm not going to the gym, what I'll do is I'll get out for a walk. Ideally, before the sun comes up or whilst the sun is coming up, but you want to get out and start the day and get your body moving. It might just be for 10 minutes. I mean, I walk out to the main road, up one street, back in, and that will be me. That's the bare minimum that I'll do on the days when I'm not training, I'm not able to go out and run. Katie's on her way to work quickly. I'll get a wee quick 10 minutes in. It's 10 minutes. You have got 10 minutes. Because you're now actually getting up that wee bit earlier, you can do these things. But it's these small habits that start your day. The science behind that, I'm not going to go into it because I don't actually know the full ins and outs of it. It's called your circadian rhythm. You want your circadian rhythm to start as early as you can in the morning so that later on in the day you start to get sleepy. Caveman stuff. That is why you want to get out while the sun is just coming up or before it comes up so that your body's up and going. You then see the sun coming up, your body subconsciously knows it's daytime. It starts to put cortisol into the system and wake you up and get you going. So we've started, we've done a bit of mindfulness, we've got moving in the morning. I really think getting moving in the morning is so important. Don't get up, switch your alarm off and pick up your phone and lie in bed. That is fucking critical, right? That is the worst way you could possibly start your day, is welcoming a big pile of shite into your day. 1, for your mental health. 2, just like for your own physical health. Get up, get out of bed, start the day. If anything, it's just a fucking complete waste of time. So just don't do it. If you've got your phone, your alarm on your phone, switch it off and get away. Don't even pick the fucking thing up. Go and do the things that you need to do. That is one of the reasons that I like to stick it on. A pen, a bit of paper with a pen, because I don't need my phone to do that. We're so reliant on our phones, it's incredible. And I know you're watching me on a phone and now you're like, well, you're talking to me through a phone, so you're using it. But this is a medium that I'm using to try and get a message out there, to try and improve people's lives. And that's genuinely what sleeping is. It's the most overlooked factor. Probably potentially more overlooked than the food and the fuel that you're putting in your system as to why you feel and operate like crap on a daily basis. We're not normally getting enough sleep. After that, with mindfulness, we've then started the day. We've woke the body up. Brilliant. Now, I understand there will be night shift workers. If you do night shift, you know you're doing night shift and it is hampering your health. Apologies, I've never actually done a night shift other than getting mad wet in kitchens till 5 and 6 in the morning, 8 in the morning, or in Ibiza for 3 and 4 days on the bounce. So, night shift workers, there is probably somebody better for you to look at than me. I'm just telling you from my experience of a normal day-to-day dad. After you've woke yourself up, you've done a bit of mindfulness, you've obviously jumped in the shower, got yourself freshened up, get yourself ready for work, hopefully made yourself a decent breakfast as well. Prioritise protein and fats to keep you satiated, get the system going, and it's no overloading the system with fucking shitey carbs like cereals and all that kind of thing, breads. You want to be getting potentially a wee bit of porridge, and some fruit, some fibre, some minerals, and some protein and fats, right? You see what I post on here, what I eat, so it's not that difficult to obviously follow that. Throughout the day, if you're a mad, crazy monster, coffee, mental case, right? Cut caffeine off at 1 o'clock. I know you'll probably have a crash later on in the day, but what we're doing here is we're adjusting your lifestyle and your habits so that you stop having these crashes because you're living a healthier lifestyle. You no longer need to fuel yourself through synthetic chemicals that give you a feeling of feeling energised. We actually want you to be literally energised and naturally energised. So we want to be eating, we want to cut caffeine off at 1 o'clock. Now, if you are a mad, crazy, monster, drinking, pre-workout, mashing guy who is like, well, I can fucking take hundreds of pre-workout and hundreds of monster and I sleep no bother, fine, you can fall asleep. You will be massively hampering the quality of the sleep that you're having. You'll probably just remain in light sleep pretty much throughout the whole night. You will not be getting the slow wave sleep and the REM sleep, which actually helps with brain cognition, bodily function, growth and repair. So if you are a mad gym guy and all you want to do is run off light sleep all the time, you're just not making the best of the sleep that you can. So prioritise sleep, because that is when your body does most of its repair. So when you break your muscles down in the gym environment, you need to give them time to repair. So cut the caffeine off. If you do have the crashes to start with the first couple of days, ride them out. It's a couple of days of pain, breaking the cycle, breaking that spiral to then move you towards the better lifestyle or the better way of operating that is available to you naturally. Podcast community or whatever you want to say, the bro science says 3 hours after eating, you want to be then going to sleep. For me, I would be starving, so I actually probably wait a couple of hours. I'll have a wee snack or something, a couple of hours, maybe an hour and a half before I go to my bed. That'll normally be like yogurt, berries, and a wee bit of dark chocolate or something like that as well. One other thing that I do is a hot chocolate. It's like my wee send-off. It's a routine, and our bodies love routine. That's how our body works on circadian rhythms, or we do the same habits, routines. People will say, I don't like doing the same stuff all the time. That's a cop-out. You do like doing the same stuff all the time. You'll go to the same bars, the same takeaways, eat the same curries. So you do like routine, you do like the same thing. We take comfort in knowing what's happening. We don't want random different stuff all the time. So when it comes to health and fitness, I'm not saying eat the same stuff all the time. I'm not saying drink the same stuff all the time, do the same exercise, do this. Have a bit of variety, but have like cornerstones within what you are doing that you lean on, that make up the bulk. 80% of what you're doing is good, and then have that variety the other 20% of the time, just to keep things different and fresh. So, wee bit of something that I need to have before my bed, and I'll have a hot chocolate. Before I'm like nodding off, so during the summer months, I'll go out like when the sun's going down. Obviously just now, it's like fucking 6 o'clock and it's dark, so it's not as much of a thing you need to be concerned over because it is darker. So this is probably a good time to improve your sleep before the summer comes in. But we want to see the sun going down, you want to see that dusk, again, that circadian rhythm. That's then just your body then going, right, it's night time, we're going to start introducing the hormones that start sending us off to sleep. I'm going to say melatonin is the sleep chemical that starts to get us feeling sleepy. I'm hoping it's no melanin, I'm sure it's melatonin. That then lets our body start getting tired. Now, I'm saying in the morning, do not pick your phone up first thing and scroll. By the same token, do not lie in your bed and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll until you want to go to sleep and then put the phone down. Give yourself a break. Have a break away from screens. Have a break away from that crazy fucking blue light that we know is terrible for us. Put the phone away. If you watch a bit of telly, fair dues, that's brilliant. Give yourself half an hour after the telly comes off. Go and brush your teeth. Pick up a wee book, maybe read a wee chapter. Write a wee reflection on your day. Again, just using some brain capacity that you can then free up. It's like bandwidth in technology. You're freeing up that bandwidth when your brain, you're getting stuff out your head and onto paper so that it's not just milling round your head. One thing that I used to do, and I probably still do it, my head hits the pillow and I go through the whole day, what's happened. See if I take that 5 minutes to write it down on my bit of paper, that's already done and I don't need to go through it in my head. There will still be recurring thoughts, there will still be nights where you will sleep better and you will sleep worse. That's normal. But if we employ these habits, it's going to help certainly. It's certainly going to be better than what you're doing. So give yourself half an hour, no phone, no TV. I would also say, and I'll say to my missus, I'm not wanting any majorly deep, stressful, aggravational conversations once I get into my bed. And see anything that I do watching the telly, it's no like churning away in my brain. It's no some mad, crazy murder mystery psycho killer thing. It's something pretty light-hearted that I'll watch in the telly. You might be saying, well, it doesn't bother me, but if you're not sleeping, you want to adjust these things because you're not sleeping very well. So it might be that you consciously think, well, that doesn't affect me. Subconsciously, your fucking system might be freaking out, thinking this mad, crazy murderer's going to come flying through the door and stab you in your sleep. You're unaware of what your subconscious is thinking. You're only conscious and aware of what your conscious brain is thinking. So the more we can just be kind to ourselves and give ourselves the best setup to try and sleep better, function better and operate better, the better we will probably be. And it might take a few days, it might take a week, but stick with it. Employ these habits consistently, persistently, and you will see improvements. It might not be a quick fix. Anything that tends to work for longevity tends not to be a quick fix. Now, you might be on sleeping tablets or whatever to get to sleep. These tend to end up being crutches. Now, I would avoid them because if you take a sleeping tablet and you start taking a sleeping tablet every night and then you start not taking that sleeping tablet, you then think, I'm not going to sleep because I'm not taking a sleeping tablet. Your thinking, subconscious brain is thinking, I'm not going to sleep, so I'm not taking a sleeping tablet, I'm not going to sleep. We want to try and keep things as natural as possible. Use our body the way someone, something, the universe designed it to be worked, because it works really well. And what we have done in today's society is absolutely nuke our body, our system, on a daily basis with all sorts of stuff that it doesn't need, it doesn't want, and it's trying to recover from on a daily basis. We're struggling to catch up. We then get to a point where we're improving, and then we go and hit it again with another bomb. That's just life, but the more we can be aware of that, the more we can try and adjust the way we're living to improve these things. 4 years ago, I joined Whoop because I wanted to understand how to sleep better. I now consistently get 45 to 50% deep rest sleep, so slow wave sleep, REM sleep, judging by the stats on there as well, and I can share them. And it's because I do these things, and it does seem a bit boring, a bit bland, and a bit, I don't know, you might even say sad, but it works. And if you're not doing them and you're unable to sleep properly, you're crashing throughout every single day and you're struggling to make it through and perform to a standard of life where you are actually happy, then you need to change what you're doing. There's a lot of things out there and people moaning and people want things to be different, but they don't actually want to change. If we want things to be different, that means things need to change. And if we can bring in that change, it brings the things that are then going to be different that we actually want. But first of all, we need to change what we're doing to then get to that place where things are different, happier, healthier, more satisfied, whatever it is, and it may be. So, just to summarise, because I've blitzed this in one take, get to your bed the night before at a decent time. Get up Do not grab your phone and scroll through social media. Get out your bed when your alarm goes off. Don't keep snoozing. Get out your bed when the alarm goes off. The first couple of days, this might be a bit shit. You might feel tired. That will pick up once you get used to it. No phone. Do a bit of mindfulness, whether it's journaling, writing your thoughts down, 3 things you're grateful for. Stick on a meditation, read a book, whatever. Bit of mindfulness. Get yourself out in fresh air if you can. If not, get moving out in the back garden, go into the kitchen, do a wee 10-minute home workout circuit, but get your body moving, get the cortisol flowing through your system so that your body wakes itself up. That is what it does. It will naturally introduce cortisol into the system to wake you up. Throughout the course of the day, just plod on. The first couple of days, you might feel a wee bit tired. Cut coffee off at 1 o'clock. 8 hours before you are going to your bed, cut coffee off. And remember, we don't want to be staying up till 12, 1 o'clock if we're needing to go up at 6 and 7. If you have got the luxury of getting up out your bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock, then fair dues. Get to your bed at 12 o'clock at night. That's not a problem. And again, there will be other nights when this is imperfect. Me, 4-year-old running about, comes through, whatever, he's got a sore head, sick, wakes us up. These things happen, but these are the outliers. These will not be all the time. These things will also improve. But if we can adopt habits that actually help us and feed what it is that we are trying to do and help our bodies operate to the best of their ability, we will get better results from what we're doing. Get your last meal in. For me, it's an hour and a half before bed, sometimes an hour depending how busy I am, but don't be eating and then going straight to bed, basically. That's what I would say. I like to have a wee hot chocolate, but I like to have a wee hot drink. That's just a signal to me that I do every night, that my body and my system then knows, hot chocolate, it's time to go to sleep. Phone goes down half an hour before I go to bed. The last thing I'll maybe do is set my alarm, double check my messages, reply to whatever I need to reply to. Then the phone goes down. I'll try and either read a book for half an hour or I'll literally just chill out. Now the last nugget of advice I would give you if you are struggling to doze off, right? And again, go and find this on Andrew Huberman. He does a meditation practice called NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. And I employ that slightly different from what he does. To me, the meditation that he does is getting himself to a point where his body is into a state where it's in that deeper meditation, it's almost asleep. And the benefits that you get from that are almost as good as sleep. He uses it as a meditation. I take it as a wee bit of advice or a nod to think to myself, NSDR, non-sleep deep rest, see as long as I can calm myself down, concentrate on my breathing, and that maybe be breathe in for 3 seconds, hold it, breathe out for 4 seconds. See if you're really good with your cardiovascular levels, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it, breathe out for 6 seconds. But get yourself to a position where you're breathing in, taking shorter breaths in than you're breathing out. It slows down your breathing, it will slow down your heart rate, it will bring your resting heart rate down. Again, all these factors help you nod off and fall asleep. Now what I think to myself, if I'm thinking, and I'm not falling asleep here, NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. Now as long as I can get myself to a position where I am in that non-sleep deep rest state, I'm still getting the benefits of sleep. What I tend to find is it takes the pressure out of falling asleep, and lo and behold, I then fall asleep after I'm in that NSDR in my head and I've given myself that wee bit of conversation. So it's breathing in for shorter than you're blown out, slows down the breathing, calms down the resting heart rate. I think to myself, if I've got recurring thoughts, what's going on, instead of milling them over and trying to fix them in my bed when I'm not able to, NSDR, non-sleep deep rest, non-sleep deep rest, sort them out tomorrow, let it go, let's get asleep. Eventually you'll fall asleep. Now as I say, sleep is the most overlooked part of what makes us feel shit. Look at babies, look at animals, look at kids. When they're no sleeping, they're crabbit, he's crabbit, he's not asleep, needs a sleep, he's crabbit, they're crabbit, she's crabbit. We are adults, we are exactly the same. We are not different, we are not special. We are exactly the same as babies, kids, as animals. We need good quality sleep to live happily, function anywhere near our best, to be able to use our brain capacity and cope with stressful situations and just have that clarity, confidence imagination, and just the brain bandwidth that we can get when we are well rested. So, if you've made it to the end of this video, I fucking love and appreciate your support and the time that you've just given me, because this matters to me. I want to make the world a better place, one person at a time, starting with myself, and it's a continuous project that I'm continually working on myself all the time. And I've found certain ways to help certain things. There is other things that I struggle with, but sleep is one thing that I've intentionally worked on for the last 4 years. And if you employ these tactics that I've just ran through and habits on a daily basis, eventually they will pay off. It might not be instantaneously, but certainly after a period of 3-4 days, maybe a week, you will see the benefits. But trust me, I don't even think you need to give it a week. 2-3 days, adjust that pattern, adjust your daily cycles, adjust the way you go about your day, and the intention you approach it with. Have that intention that I want to live healthier, I want to get a good night's sleep tonight, so I'm not going to have a coffee at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's then going to stop me from getting to sleep properly, good quality sleep, when I try and go to my bed 5 hours later, because the half-life of caffeine is about 8 to 10 hours. So naturally, that's going to stop you from getting a proper sleep. We need to stop using caffeine as much as we do later on in the day if we do want to have a good quality sleep. Remember, you get light sleep, slow wave sleep, REM sleep. There's 4 different cycles. When you're in your bed, you're awake, light sleep, slow wave sleep, and REM sleep. Awake's just when you're tossing and turning. Going into your bed for 7 hours, you're not sleeping straight away, so there's a portion of that time you're awake. Light sleep, we need light sleep because we go through cycles in 90 minutes where we're light sleeping, slow wave, REM sleep. So the more time that you can spend in bed, the more chance you've got to go through these cycles. But the slow wave sleep and the REM sleep is that brain cognition and function that we absolutely need. And we need to get that into that state by getting ourselves into a position where we are able to sleep to a higher level of quality. I'm rambling on. Keep it simple, because it is. I've rambled on loads about this because there is quite a bit to it, but they are basic. You know in your mind what it is that you're doing that's affecting your sleep. Just be open and honest with yourself and try and adopt these better ways of doing things to improve the way you operate on a daily basis. And if you don't want to do these things, do not fucking moan that you can't sleep well, you're tired all day, because you are aware why you're not sleeping properly, you are aware how you can sleep better, you just don't want to make the change that then gives you the different way of operating in the life. The first thing we need to do is we need to change to bring the different fucking results of what we're getting.